colors of your mind. Put your hands together and welcome. Yo, Mo in the deep end. And Shizzy, Wiz, Nut.
I'm telling you, that donkey is a national treasure. We must protect it at all purposes because that's the only way we get to Friday.
It is. It is. That donkey makes my Friday. I mean, just I'm sorry, just the laughter of all of it. I love it.
I know. And the fact that he's getting pleasure from a dog being dumb, she's my spirit animal. Well, in unholy things that I'm pretty sure were in the book of Revelation, though I didn't maybe read the right one. Mormons, hit me up if you know anything about this because y'all have extra books that I am not aware of. But Heinz and Smoothie King are unveiling a bizarre ketchup smoothie. And why?
Well, ketchup smoothie? That sounds absolutely disgusting. I mean,
Heinz
why not just drink ketchup out of the bottle if that's what you want?
Or, no. They are, so Heinz and Smoothie King have teamed up to create a tomato ketchup smoothie, and customers are confused and contacting their local priest. Now, the blood red beverage, which will hit the store on Wednesday, blends acai sorbet, strawberries, raspberries, apple juice, and Heinz ketchup. Okay, if you're putting all this shit in to overwhelm the taste of the ketchup, it's not a ketchup smoothie.
No, that's whatever that is disgusting. That's what that is.
To give the ketchup, a sweet tart taste. Now, social media is saying this is an abomination and are reacting with shock. I fear these are the end times, one critic rightly, quipped on Instagram. I want everyone involved in this to be in handcuffs, another person stated. This has to be one of the dirtiest things I have ever in my entire existence as a human being on this planet we call Earth. Anyone who consumes this must be jailed.
Yes. Yes. Thank you. Thank you.
Others insist that this has to be a mistimed, misplaced April Fool's joke in August. But this drink is actually no joke. The smoothie will be available for $5.70 for a limited time while supplies last at select Smoothie Kings across Atlanta, Chicago, Denver, Miami, and parts of the greater New York area. Look, Atlanta, you already have problems. Chicago, we don't even want to get into your problems, and you're going to allow this abomination to finish the job?
No, I disown. I disown. I disown Atlanta.
Okay, so some people have stated that, we've landed on the sweet and savory blend that celebrates the tomato in all its glory. I require this expeditiously, one person enthused on the Heinz Instagram account. This is the moment I've been waiting for. Both Heinz and Smoothie King are highlighting their commitment to nutrition. Okay, wait. Heinz, seriously? Fruit or tomato paste with high fructose corn syrup does not a nutrient dense, tomato beverage one make. Good God, what is wrong with humanity?
So wait a second. Is this supposed to basically be like a cold V8? That's what it sounds like to me.
Yeah, and if you don't add the vodka, then what's the point?
Well, then Atlanta needs to just get with the curve and just.
This is an unholy Bloody Mary.
Isn't her name Mary? Was it Al Gore's wife? No, it was
the Heinz. Yeah, John Kerry's wife. I don't know what her name is, but I know she's.
We start calling her Bloody Mary. I don't know. We start calling her Bloody Mary.
So there you go. If you would. Oh, and Heinz employs 7 tomato masters, the world's top ketchup experts, to make sure their tomatoes are of high quality. So there you go. If you ever wondered why isn't there a tomato smoothie? Your answer to that question has been answered because people think it's an abomination and would rather douse you in holy water than deal with this.
So they're just making a Bloody Mary. That's it. That's it.
Well, basically, so what you've got is you've
Without
got
the
a
Mary.
bunch of fruits. So and it goes usually by order of the amount of ingredient used, the way they have to list things. So your biggest blend is acai sorbet. So basically sherbet, strawberries, raspberries, apple juice, and then Heinz ketchup. So it's not even celebrating that this could be like a, cold Bloody Mary. This is covering up the ketchup taste with other fruit.
We're just adding it in there, and we're
Look, we learned in the 70s that not everything needs to have Jell-O or be placed in Jell-O. In fact, there were some atrocities of the 70s Jell-O wars that, we should nary forget.
yeah.
This needs to go in our little book of things we're not proud of culinary wise.
Yeah, I'm not proud of it. I discourage.
Now, if that story is leaving you a little down and you might have found yourself in love with Trainwreck Television from TLC, let's watch Cody cry. You guys, this shit is going to be my must-watch TV. Cody Brown crying his ass off while pretending to be a special forces person. We might have finally found a sport that Mo will watch religiously.
Oh God. Cody cries.
Sister Wives star Cody Brown has ended his social media silence to announce that he's joining season 4 of Spock's Special Forces World's Toughest Test, the series that puts celebrities and douchebags through grueling military-like training while we watch, laugh, and point.
Okay. Now, do you want me to tell you what this is going to be? And I'm dead serious on this. It is going to be Survivor for idiots. Like, it's no different. Okay.
Shizzy, I'm just watching morons get hurt. I don't care what they call it, Shizzy. I'm here for it.
They're not going to get hurt. They're going to sit around and probably like fondle each other's balls while they're seeing who gets voted out. Okay. The first time that Survivor, they had all these ads. They're going to be on a deserted island. I'm just like, cool. We're going to see some cannibalism. We're going to see some like actual people like trying to survive off of, they're going to be on this deserted island. They're going to be like, that, what was his name? Beryl or something. Yeah. Lord of the Flies. I'm like expecting, they're going to have to build like shelter and they're going to be doing like, come on. I want to see like who gets like completely destroyed. It was just like, I'm sorry, I don't want to put that sunscreen on. Here, let me get some. I'm going to use my shirt and cover my head. I'm like, really?
Yeah, it was not what I was expecting, but
No.
he is going to be put through the ringer, and not just matrimonially or in alimony court. So, but if you'd like to see, men make women or make Cody cry, then I say this will be the show for us because we've seen his wives make him cry. Let's see what happens when we add a little testosterone.
Oh God. Yeah, I doubt there's going to be a whole lot of testosterone there. I really do. I'm sorry. I just have no faith in television anymore.
Well, no, but you do know that freak accidents happen all the time. Why do you think people watch NASCAR? Although I have had this thought, Shizzy. So in researching to find like the fun things that we can do on Friday, like all the body cam stuff, why the hell do we have NASCAR when we have Arkansas State Patrol videos?
Oh, they're glorious. I agree.
Here's my thought.
We're going to be watching some of those tonight.
Here's my thought. Look, everyone else in Arkansas, I'm sorry about you, but we're going to have to commandeer your highway system. If you go on the highway system voluntarily as a civilian, you know what you're getting into. That is death race, the highway system right there, without David Carradine. Anywho, but we make it if you can get away from the cops, you're home free in the state of Arkansas. towards the end of the month. And then we make taxes off of people watching it. We would solve the national debt one end of May.
Man, I will tell you back, what was this? It would have been in the 80s. I got pulled over by a cop in Texarkana. Like literally I had just crossed into Arkansas from Texas, and I had no fenders on my car because, young, I had gotten in an accident. The fender had come off. So I just stripped that area out. And then I said, well, fuck it. I did it on the other side. So I had no fenders on the front. So it was really cool in a rainstorm because it would just shoot these jets of water up in the air. But in doing so, the headlights, which mounted into the fenders, didn't really have anywhere to go. So I rigged up like some metal framing for it to hold the headlights. I got pulled over in Texarkana, and the officer was absolutely the coolest as all get out. I mean, he was just like, he pulls me over, and I'm like, he was just like, son, your headlights are not quite right. And I said, yes, officer. He goes, oh. He looked at it. He took one look at it. He's going, well, son, I'd suggest that you pull over and just drive during the day. He was so cool.
I'm just saying, like,
yeah.
I don't know, because I'm over here thinking, what would I do? And I'd be one of those morons, because knowing my luck, the closest I'm going to get to, Grand Theft Auto is being one of those people on like the two-way road that can't pull, like your officerness. I'm pulled over as far as I can pull over. I'm trying to let you go get that guy in the Charger, but there's obviously, you can see Miss Ethel's trash can is right there, and you know how she gets if you get too close to her trash can.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. She gets angry. See, there might have been a time when officers were helpful. No, I've had good experiences with cops. Here's the thing, cops have a really difficult job, and they see a lot of people throughout the day, and some of those people are not the savoriest of characters. And there's no reason, ladies, whenever you get pulled over, to flip out and lose your stuff, no matter how quick of a rush you were in or why you were on your cell phone driving down the interstate while you're texting somebody. It's not the time. There's a reason why they're pulling you over, and it's for the safety of all the other people around you. They're not targeting you.
Also, for all you law scholars who watched all of Cops and like, you ain't Mirandizing me. I cannot be detained. I know my constitutional rights, and you have not even given me my rights. I will call my attorney right now.
No, just take your ticket, show them your ID, and go on with your day. I guarantee you, your interaction with that cop could be the least impactful part of your day.
Yes.
It can, unless you've been drinking and driving, then it's going to be probably the most impactful part of your life, which I hope it is.
Yes.
But usually if they're pulling you over because you were speeding, just pull over to the side, hand them your driver's license. Hopefully you have one. You're not just a traveler on land, and let them write you a ticket. Let them explain why they're pulling you over. You take your ticket. If you're going to fight it in court, because you're not going to change their mind. They're just there writing you a ticket for speeding, telling you to slow the fuck down. And that's what you do. You go, okay, officer. And then I guarantee you, your interaction with them could go in under 5 minutes, less than 5 minutes. And then you can be back on the road and doing, getting where you need to be. Oh, so hard.
So things that won't be happening in Mo's house, but pushy mothers are blowing up to $10,000 on Gucci bags and Cartier rings to give their daughters a leg up on sorority rushing.
No. I'll tell you what.
Also, would you like to adopt me? I am an adult. Look, I need to make friends, and I feel like I could make friends on a cruise. So if you'd like to sponsor me on a cruise to help my social standing.
Ladies, if you're wanting to do something for your daughters, spend that $10K and get them some protection.
Put it in a Roth account.
Yeah. Yeah. Because by the time that they figure out what they're going to do in college, which is probably just drink and
Guys. Yeah.
guys, just 10K. Oh my gosh.
So, colloquially known as the NFL Draft for Women, Sorority Rush has officially begun, and a new reality show is honing in on the overbearing mothers who will stop at nothing to get their daughters into their desired house.
Yeah.
Marketing your parenting fails on TV. Nothing bad can come of this. This is going to be great. For every girl going through Rush, there's a mom behind her that wants it almost as bad as she does. Brandice Brandley says in the trailer for the new series, Sorority Mom's Guide to Rush, which premieres on Lifetime. That explains it.
Have we not learned anything with JonBenet Ramsey? Okay. Have we not learned anything?
Have we not learned? Your kids are not you. You had your chance at life. And just because your life is in a different season doesn't mean your life is over. You can have new dreams. You don't have to make your child live the dreams that you didn't do. You can give them advice and say, like I told my daughter, like, hey, you know what? I'm an inside cat like you. But if I just opened myself up a little bit to more opportunities, that is something I regret. Because once you get to be an adult, you're like me. You're going to put your family and everyone else first. Take these years and, be a little selfish. Go out of your comfort zone. Do things like that.
And if a sorority fits you, I support you on that. Like that's the thing that I don't understand. It's just like, if this is what you want to do, I'll help you out any way that I possibly can. But this big push.
Why are you sending your kid into and obviously, like, if you feel that these are what they need to succeed before they're even in the sorority, what kind of environment are you sending them in? If a sorority doesn't care about what your daughter has on the inside, on what she cares about as a person, who the hell are you encouraging that?
Yeah. I just don't get it. I really don't.
Let's see. I might want it more than my daughter, one mom admitted in the trailer, while another says I'm living vicariously through her. Yeah, that's the first step in recovery. Then you do the next one, which is stop.
Yeah.
Now, money-minded mamas are sparing no expenses, including splashing serious cash on clothing, bags, jewelry, so their girls can get a leg up during the grueling process.
Oh, don't worry. Their legs get up quite often.
Yeah. A rush budget to me is non-existent, one mother declared in the trailer of the reality show. One girl, or rather her mother, spent over $10,000 in preparation, which had the father rolling his eyes and the brother declaring you should just buy a car with that money. Now, once the girls snag a spot in one of the coveted clubs, the expenses then don't stop. There are dues to stay in the sorority, paying for each semester, often thousands of dollars above what they're paying to get ready for Rush.
Yeah. Every year.
Okay, listen, if you're any one of these kids and or their parents that helped them Rush, I want none of you featured in this photo whining to me when your student loans come due, okay? Because as a twice college dropout who paid her loans off, I want to hear not one gosh darn word when you have your Louis Vuitton and Phi Kappa Kappa, debt. I want none of it. So have fun, but don't make me pay for it. I want to see not one crying TikTok of how you got a liberal arts degree in general education and don't know how you're going to pay off $200K, because I don't want to hear it.
And I could care less at that point. Hey, it's like that's on you. That's on you. Like all this college debt that people get, they don't realize that's on you. Like your parents might help you out with it, but this is part of adulting, that people fail to
loans have
recognize.
always been like this. You always pay on the interest. You have to try to pay off on the principal. You have to go. And it's not like they hide it. Like they say, well, you 17-year-old. Usually what they say is look deeply through this paperwork. Have someone sign it. And the 17-year-old thinks, oh, whatever it does. And they don't have parents at home that say, hey, no, you're going to have to pay this all back. Yeah. I was very candid with my kids. Like, I don't want you like some of my friends who are still just now getting to the principal of their home loans.
Yeah, you don't want to
So
be in your late 30s, 40s, 50s still paying off loans that you can barely afford, because whenever you go into college, it doesn't necessarily mean that that's what you're going to be doing, because you're going in with dreams and this grand idea of, I am going to be the next Bill Gates. I'm going to go build computers. And whenever you get into college, you realize that there's 50,000 other people that are thinking the same thing, and the market gets oversaturated. And then once you get there, you realize, I really hate computers. Why am I doing this? And then you go like become like a, pottery major or whatever it might be,
yeah,
because that's where you found your passion. And then you go, oh geez, you know what? I could have just paid like a few $1,000s and had like one of the best people teach me how to do pottery. And it's my passion. And here I am. My medieval dance therapy genderology degree didn't pan out. That's right, Jack. That's right.
but it does help her with, those neo pronouns on the cups now in order to, help with the barista name. So it did help some places.
Well, in certain places, you're going to have like, a bachelor's degree or a master's
Yeah.
degree. And that's what college, the really higher education, whenever you're looking for that, you're saying, listen, it's not that I want to be a professor, but I want to be the best doctor that I possibly can be. So, I'm going to be, studying at the best school I
Yeah.
possibly can.
There's
And
just,
th- and
I
you
don't get
also,
the sorority thing.
no, I
I don't.
don't. I don't. I mean, it's fun, sure. It's a group of women, or fraternity, the same way a group of men that can share in a common goal and actually help each other out. You can sell your soul to whatever devil you want to. That is
Yeah.
entirely up to you. And yes, you get the camaraderie, and you're going to be helping each other out through life, understandably. But if you're having to spend hundreds of thousands of dollars, and the only thing that you're getting out of it is, oh, I have a party house to crash at, well then have at it. It's not
Yeah.
my jam.
I think it started with a noble cause, but I think you can see things like this. It's definitely more about status. And if that's something you like, if it was a legacy thing for your family, then by all means do it. But again, I want no one coming to bitch to me and or the rest of American taxpayers when this doesn't pan out as a retirement, idea.
Yeah. Yeah. 10K whenever you're going into college at 18. You just figure this out. At 18, you put that into this, just your lowest, 3% rate or some crap like that's invested. And you let that grow from the time that you're 18 till the time that you're 30. Do you realize what your return is going to be on that? It's going to be unbelievable. You're going to have like a good amount of money that might help you buy a new house, pay off your student loans, whatever.
Yeah, that's just what I don't get. I get, it being more of a social thing that isn't my particular jam, but well, I guess I should warn Mr. Mo, but I'm not sure.
Are
I
you
don't know
going
if
through
I'm in the
Cougar?
midst of Kruger puberty. That would explain me really, really, liking Axe.
They call that pumas.
Ah,
Yeah.
well, I mean, let's see what a cougar puberty is, because if I'm getting acne again, fuck that. 2025 has seen Max pivot back to HBO Max, and Gen Z rebrand extended leaves as micro retirements. But now the hormone coaster has roller coaster known as menopause is giving a flashy new revamp too. Oh yeah, because puberty was so fun, I want to do it again. At least menopause was like, this is the end, bitches. Now it's like, you thought puberty was awkward. Wait till you have no bladder control and hot flashes. Now you can't even go on a trampoline to get away from your problems. So, cougar puberty is clawing its way into the suburban dictionary. Just don't try to say it 10 times fast. The hysterical new expression wasn't concocted in a boardroom or, anywhere else, but it was hatched by two friends starting down the precipice of, midlifeness, Christina Kuzmic and Amy Pickard. My friends and I were talking about how all the stuff I'm going through kind of reminds me of being a teenager or even watching my teenagers be teenagers. Kristen said, the moodiness, my body changing, I'm getting hairs in places I didn't expect. Oh, fuck. I hate this whole idea. I would like to give up puberty for Lent, if possible.
Oh,
So there you go. Cougar puberty. Now, a cougar is typically an over 40 vixen who pursues significantly younger men. Now, Kuzmic is married, so she's, not really linking the cougar part to having men, but more that you're just older during this puberty.
yeah, you're starting to get old. That's all. It's okay. What in the hell is
Yeah,
wrong
and
with her head?
Well, she's a very tiny woman, and they've kind of made the proportion of her head bobbly.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
don't know. It's like one of them 3D pictures. I can see the sailboat. So there you go. Regardless of what you call it, menopause or cougar puberty, it just looks like it sucks, and I'd rather like to opt out if I can.
No.
I'm in a Mexican standoff with my hormones. I can't live with them and I can't live without them, so now we're stuck with each other like an old married couple.
Well, if you want to see some cougar puberty, check out the next one we got right here. So this right here is a 28-year-old woman suffers from severe appearance changes during pregnancy. A 28-year-old Malaysian
no.
woman recently shared the dramatic transformation she suffered during her pregnancy when her face became inflamed and full of wrinkles, like an old woman's. Well, Farah, a marketing manager living in Malaysia, caused a stir on social media when she posted an image of her incredibly deformed face while pregnant at the end of June. Her face looked like that of an old woman with deep wrinkles and large nose and ears, pustules everywhere. The skin routine she relied on for years was completely ineffective, and things worsened in the later stages of her pregnancy. Every morning when she woke up, new pustules appeared on her face and her skin was itchy and inflamed. The whole experience was deeply traumatic, and Farah credits her husband for helping her overcome it while maintaining her sanity. So she went from this, and this is what she looked like as a young girl. Survived 9 months of chaos, cried my eyes out over my face, and now I'm a mother of a child. The healing process is ongoing, the young woman wrote on social media. Oh, poor girl. I can't imagine being with anyone else in this life. My husband is my home, soothes my fears, holds my lips when I panic.
Holds your lips.
Okay.
That might actually work for Mr. Mo. I really can't fit.
And he always reminds me how beautiful and strong and worthy of love I am. Luckily, after delivering her child, Farah's condition improved considerably, and a recent photo shared on social media shows a shocking difference. Most of the inflammation is gone, as are the pustules, and the 28-year-old woman hopes to be back to her old self soon. Her story got shared millions of times and received millions of likes on social media, but not everyone appreciated her post. Some critics accused her of sharing personal details about her life, and others that she photoshopped her photos for attention. In response to the negative feedback, the young mother announces she will no longer be sharing details about her condition on social media, explaining she only wanted to highlight the traumatic things that women can go through during pregnancy. See, there's what she looks like now.
Well, that's good.
Yeah.
I love that the husband didn't feel safe enough to say any damn thing in the article. They're like, we asked the husband, and he was just shaking in the corner like, honey, you beautiful.
Oh, I mean, I can understand why she might be a little freaked out by this. It's like, I've known women to that go through like these kinds of things where it's like, what do they call that? Like, they get the diabetes whenever they get pregnant.
Gestational diabetes.
Yes.
Yeah.
I mean,
and you can swell, your nose does tend to get broader. It's a lot. Some women will have hormonal hyperpigmentation of their face. So yeah, pregnancy screws up a lot. And apparently that's why they left this kid 10 years old behind, because mom was like 3 days in labor. So, see if I take you on the plane, Kevin.
Well, yeah, I mean, but I do. Tell us about this.
Okay, so a couple allegedly left a 10-year-old behind at an airport to make their flight. It was a family vacation, you see, so they had to leave him behind.
Oh my gosh.
No, I'm joking. I'm
They,
like, why?
so they left him behind at an airport?
So a couple allegedly left their 10-year-old child behind in an airport in order to make their flight. Now, the Guardia Civil, or Spain's national police, confirmed to U.S. Today that the incident happened a few days ago at Josep Torral's Barcelona airport. Now, per the office, the boy wasn't able to board the flight with his parents because of documentation errors. So in an
Jeez.
effort not to miss their flight, the parents boarded anyway. That's not how that works. You just don't
No.
get on the flight. Not
Yeah.
like, YOLO, son, we'll see you later. Stay with the police.
Why do all these people have me running errands this morning? Don't they know I'm infamous? Yes, Ballstorm, you are
The
infamous.
local police were alerted to the incident, who then alerted the sort of like state troopers of the Guard Civil. Now, the police temporarily halted the flight in order to locate family members. Now, authorities found the parents, who were escorted off the plane and taken to the police station where the child was being held for safety. They were seriously just going to leave their 10-year-old there.
Yeah.
Jeez.
Yeah. You can't get
Like,
on the
I was
plane, son.
pissed off about the puppy, but these people were like, look, he's crate trained. He'll be fine. Someone will pick him up. He'll find a good home.
Yeah. Why do all these people have? Oh, yeah. That's absolutely. It's
Now,
crazy.
neither the local police or the state police responded to people's request for a comment. Now, the public first heard of the incident through a July 27 TikTok posted by an airline employee named Lillian. I'm an air coordinator, the TikTok user, who goes by whatever her handle is, says in a clip that's been translated from Spanish to English by the platform. As a coordinator, I've seen a lot of things, but this has already been totally surreal. So Lillian went on to explain that at the start of flight operations, it had gone completely normal. But then she had to go drop off some paperwork, and she learned the plane had gone back and parked. Now she went to the aircraft and met the police, and they explained that they had learned that the boy was, being left behind as the parents were flying back to their country of origin after vacation. This wasn't even like, we'll leave you at home. This is like, we're leaving you in Barcelona. Have fun.
If I was that 10-year-old, I'd be like, oh, hell yeah.
To be fair.
I was
like,
who needs them anyway?
Now, according to Lillian, the explanation given to the police was that the boy's passport from his country of origin had expired. Instead, he was traveling with a Spanish passport, but had missed getting the required visa. So the parents called a relative to pick up the boy while the parents boarded the aircraft.
Yeah.
Now, for them, they saw it as very normal. I didn't see it as normal, and the police also didn't see it as normal. Now, after the parents were escorted off the flight into the police station, the rest of the flight proceedings went on as normal. Now, Lillian, who is a mother herself, said she couldn't imagine leaving her daughter alone when she was that age. Yeah, like most of us.
Yeah. I mean, I could understand where they meet, like, oh, your grandma will come pick you up. Don't worry about it. You're fine.
I'm just imagining like the woman with the little clickety clack thing, like, okay, so what are we doing with your son here? Oh no, you're keeping him. Like, we'll have someone pick him up in a couple days.
Yeah. No, grandma will be here to pick him up. Don't worry. He knows how to feed himself. He's potty trained.
Good Lord.
We do have a review.
What's up, everyone? Here is my 4-month product review of this baby. Okay, so delivery takes a while, 9+ months, but the product so far has absolutely exceeded expectations. Super lightweight, surprisingly durable, and that new baby smell is just chef's kiss. Now, the learning curve, steep, not gonna lie to you guys, but once you figure out the whole kind of crying equals needs something algorithm, it's pretty intuitive. Now, the smile feature is absolutely game-changing. Instant dopamine hit every single time. Battery life is only about 90 minutes, and sleep mode still has some bugs, but support says that will be patched in the next update. Now, performance, okay, this thing is a machine. processes milk at just incredible speeds, converts directly to energy and growth. The learning AI is honestly impressive. You know, babies, they're a lot like having your own personal LLM if LLMs also peed on you. Now the features, the cute factor is off the charts. Definitely enterprise grade adorability, advanced grip functionality, surprisingly good audio. You know, frankly, the volume could be a little bit lower. And pro tip, the cuddle feature is absolutely worth the premium pricing. Overall, I would definitely recommend this product for families looking to scale. Yeah, they're resource intensive and they require significant investment. It's kind of like a expensive SaaS subscription with no cancellation policy, but the ROI is already showing massive gains in happiness metrics. So that's my review. Stay tuned for future product updates. Time to go change a diaper. All right, I'm out.
It's the new baby smell. That's where they get you. Because you'll be at a baby shower, you'll be like, look, I swore off the baby stuff. And then they're like, come have a whiff. And you're like, no, Satan, not today.
No.
And they're like, come on, just hold the baby. And you're like, no, I've kicked the habit. I used to freebase babies, but now I leave them alone and I walk with the Lord and Jesus. And they're like, no, come. And then you're like, and then you're back on the white dragon, y'all.
Yeah. What in the hell? Are you serious? Stressed adults rely on pacifiers to soothe themselves? No.
It's called vaping. Add nicotine. Don't be such
a baby.
Yeah, pretty much. Well, I mean, orthodontists are loving this because they're going to have a whole bunch of people. Actually, if everyone aging then starts wearing headgears because they go back to pacifiers and I don't ever have to wear one again, it's like karma. In a surprising stress-busting move that thousands of young adults in China are making, well, they're swapping melatonin and meditation and yoga for an adult-sized binky. Yes, that's right. Once only hardcore fetishes knew what this was, but now even normal weirdos are getting their mitts on these adult baby items. Once a sort of niche quirk, the silicone soothers are supposedly now big business in Chinese e-commerce like Taobao and JD.com, and they're priced from anywhere from about $1.40 to $70. Now they're sold as sleep aids, stress relievers, and even, quit smoking tools, and, shoppers are just licking it up, I guess.
Oh, no.
Even AI is like, I don't have adult baby stuff. That's a little too weird for me.
Yeah. It's like, we can't, no, this is some sort of kink. It's got to be.
This is adult. Also, if you don't know what adult babies are, that's a whole rabbit hole that you need to be sufficiently deranged already. Not your first step into looking at weird stuff, okay?
No.
This is for your more professionals.
No.
Now, a dentist warned that, adult pacifier use, especially in your sleep, can interfere with breathing and, cause suffocation, but it can also mess with your jaw position, your teeth position, your bite, which can also disrupt your sleep. So there you go. I use an adult pacifier and it hasn't moved my teeth. I've been using it for 4 years. Ew. Okay. Ew. Just use an adult pacifier. I use one. It's an ADH tip that works for me. It's called Tootsie Pop Suckers, and people have given up smoking for years with them.
Yeah. No. I mean, think what was it? Savalas used to have the toothpick because he was trying to stop smoking.
Well, so people have, decided that Freud would have loved whatever the hell this new fetish is, to personal testimony that, people are admitting to using adult pacifiers and them working for them. Again, I don't know that I would list that on the internet where governments are already making lists of weirdos they don't want voting, but that's just me.
Yeah.
I mean, put your personal problems out, on the interwebs. The government's not going to know my weakness other than ASMR.
Yeah. No, there's something wrong with these people. No,
Yeah.
I saw that same story. I was like, oh my gosh, adult pacifiers? No. I can tell you a million times how bad that is. If you want to put something in your mouth, just
Well, a Vegas real estate CEO received a bloody pig's head, as you do. We were speaking about Lord of the Flies, and this just pops
oh
up,
my
so you know I
gosh.
have to.
Oh
The
god.
CEO of an AI startup received a severed pig's head in a threatening note when his tech firm threatened to upend the traditional brokerage business in Las Vegas real estate. Now, Blake Owens, founder of Agrippa, a branded Clark Kent knockoff, he said he received the disturbing package at his home because his company released an ominous video in June. Now, the 30-year-old Vegas resident said he revealed or discovered the bloody carcass wrapped in packing paper and stuffed inside a cardboard box. I mean, how does one ship through FedEx? Can you just imagine Cletus, like Hatfield over here? We'd like
Well,
to send this to the McCoys.
I will say that one of my friends, his father used to go and they would do like they would go and hunt hog. And I think one year he wanted the hog skull.
Oh,
So
yeah.
and they like lived in like sort of a suburb or little, whatever. And so he took, because the best way to get it cleaned up is let nature do its course. So he hung the hog head on a tree in his front yard so that the flies could like clean it off and all the bugs and birds and stuff. And the neighbors really, really did not like it because,
I can't imagine why
I
a
thought
severed hog.
I thought it was awesome. I'm like, that is so cool. You're like thinking, using your brain. It's like the neighbors are
Yeah, but
just
he
like,
did have a backyard too, so I'm guessing that might have been what pissed him off. Like, couldn't put it in your own backyard, Cletus, and see how it is.
well, I think because, the backyard might have been fenced in, you don't get enough airflow over it. Then,
Oh,
so if you've got the wind blowing over it, you can sort of defray like the smell of rotting meat or
yeah, the
something.
feng shui works so much better in the front yard. I came home and was notified of this package, opened it up, and sure enough, it's a pig's head. Now, it also contained a note addressed to Owens. Hey, Clark Kent knockoff. A simple Google search goes a long way these days, especially in Vegas. Are they part of the Hales group? Just asking for a friend.
Could be.
I recognize this handwriting. Saw your Marcus video. What a joke. AI is not going to replace brokers. The unidentified sender wrote, clearly you don't understand real estate. Wasn't built by developers or investors, and it sure wasn't built by tech guys in Lululemon. It was built by brokers. Now, Agrippa is an AI-powered broker-free platform that connects commercial real estate capital seekers with capital providers, according to the company's website. And while that doesn't mean anything in English to me, I'm sure it means English to the guy who sent the pig's head.
Well, no, I understand what he's saying is basically what they did was, you have like real estate brokers. And what they're doing is
Yeah.
they're finding people that, for example, you say, listen, I'm looking for a house in Michigan because, I've got a few $100,000 or what, maybe a few dollars to spend extra. Can you find me some property there? I don't want to go searching for it. And so you will find like somebody that'll be in your intermediary. And what they've done is basically created a website that allows people to say, hey, I'm looking for this. And they have AI do like the algorithm search and say, okay, we'll match you up with this.
But there's room in the market for both, I would think.
I would think so. And maybe you want more of that personalized touch. And, and because I run into this kind of stuff all the time where people are just like, oh, I can't figure out what this is. Can you tell me how many acres this is? Just like, I don't know. Do your due diligence and look yourself. I don't care. I'm not a broker. I don't do real estate. I just hold the property. Like go.
So I think that you could get away with sending the note up to, so enjoy your moment while it lasts. Because the last sentence is where it kind of goes into terroristic threats. And don't get greedy because pigs get fat and hogs get slaughtered. And then YouTube gods, that wasn't me. That was whoever sent the severed pig head and not bacon to this gentleman.
Yeah. Don't do that. Don't do these kinds of things. It's bad.
To be fair, he does kind of look like Clark Kent. If Clark Kent was a little more metrosexual than Clark Kent was.
He does look a little metrosexual.
Look, okay, it doesn't help that his hand is like this just in the photograph.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because that's what I'm... Also, it looks like he's got, like, it's next to a purse.
Yeah.
A man purse.
Yeah,
like
that's exactly what that is. That is a merce. What's wrong with him? Son.
Well, someone sent him a pig head and things just went crazy from there.
Yeah. I mean, don't be sending people pig heads.
Yeah, don't. The Las Vegas-based technology group champions itself as a firm that disrupts the status quo by challenging conventional practices. So basically, yeah, he's doing what you said. Oh, they even they did a pretty good job. I love it. I'm impressed at their packaging.
Yeah. Hey, about the only way they could have done better is if they would have done like the spray foam. So you put a little spray foam in the bottom, you wrap it in plastic, and then you stick it in that, and then you spray foam the top of it, and then you close the whole box up. So whenever you open it, it's just like, ooh, look.
Yeah, so apparently real estate in Las Vegas is a cutthroat business, and you better mind your P's and Q's. Otherwise, there's no more bacons for you.
Well, speaking of like technology, Afghanistan's unique roof-mounted vehicle cooling units. Because car AC units break down too often or repairs are too expensive, Afghan taxi drivers often turn to handmade roof-mounted rudimentary cooling units. Driving through Kandahar, Afghanistan's second largest city, you'll see these taxis with large rectangular boxes mounted on the roof and large tubes extending from them into the cabin, through the rear window or through the hole cut in the roof. And no, it is not because they're trying to self-delete. They are handmade cooling devices meant to replace the car's built-in air conditioning systems, which tend to break down when they are most needed and cost a fortune to repair. Well, similar to industrial evaporative air cooling installations, these boxes can lower temperatures by 12 degrees. And whenever it's 110 degrees outside, you'll not enjoy that nice, wonderful 98 degrees Celsius through water evaporation.
98 degrees outside.
Yes. They're less noisy than air conditioning systems and consume way less power. They're just not meant for vehicle installation. These cars' AC systems didn't work and the repairs were too expensive, so I went to a technician and had a custom cooler made, one taxi driver told AFP. This works better than air conditioning, another driver said. ACs only cool the front. This cooler spreads air throughout the car. Ah, yes, there you go. Roof rack. Just watch out going through the drive-thru. With temperatures often exceeding 40 degrees Celsius during the summer months, and I'm not going to math that one out. You guys that are in Europe, you can do that.
In the 90s.
Well, taxi drivers have to get creative to keep passengers cool, and these evaporative air coolers are proven very reliable and cheap to maintain. All you have to do is add water.
And it helps that Afghanistan is a desert, right?
Yeah, because this isn't going to work in Georgia. Just saying, there's a reason why we don't have swamp coolers in Georgia.
Because you already live in a swamp.
Yeah, if you wanted to cool off, just get a fan. Usually with some hot chicks waving them. It's always good. Oh my God, this one killed me, Mo.
Who in the white trash? Like, what trailer park was market focus tested for this? Because I have a couple ideas if it was in Indiana, but I got questions. Well, a company has launched the world's first 9-volt battery flavored tortilla chip for when you can't get those Tostitas in the crystal meth flavor, why not try battery?
Why not to try the taste of getting your face electrocuted?
Well, that's like I like the smell of gasoline, but I know it's not good for me, so I'm not huffing gasoline smells.
Oh, God.
I just tend to like the smell of it.
Isn't that
being
weird?
said,
She likes the smell of babies and gasoline.
Not at the same time. I'm not a weirdo. Like at two separate opportunities.
Oh my
If you
God.
grew up in the 90s, you probably remember the metallic tang and slight buzz you got if you touched the metal tip of a battery to your tongue.
We
I
didn't
need to
do that intentionally. We did that to see if there was actually a charge on the battery before you put it into a device that it took 20 minutes to open up and 30 minutes to close.
Well, and not to mention, you could do the same thing if you had fillings and you know, chomp down on a foil gum wrapper. You get that same sensation. It was a silly but very popular trend among kids back in those days. Well, a Dutch snack brand called Rewind is betting that nostalgia and pure, well, pica will draw people into its new 9-volt battery flavored tortilla chip. Recreating the childish experience in a way that leaves the chips palatable has been challenging. Who'd have thunk a chip tasting of 9-volt battery would be hard to make palatable?
Go figure. Where in the hell?
But
what
Rewind
country-
assures everyone that no battery components have been used making this original or unusual snack, clarifying that they're all entirely safe and food grade. Well, I'm just glad it's lithium food grade level.
Lithium food grade level.
It was definitely, you know, an unusual brief. Matthias Larson, a chef and flavorist at Rewind. What do? I'm a flavorist. We used a blend of citric acid and sodium bicarbonate to create the tongue-tingling effect, balanced out with mineral salts, which gave the chips a metallic tang, and the result is quite tasty. It's definitely a flavor that sparks creativity. Rewind is a brand inspired by nostalgia and apparently early drug experimentation.
Okay.
Again, I get like the smell of like a Sharpie. I could kind of understand the smells of different things. I give up. I give
Yeah.
up. Humanity is not here. Now, Rewind tortilla chips are currently only available in the Netherlands, but the company is planning a quick expansion into the European market. So don't you worry, you battery lickers in the UK and America.
No, I guarantee it. No, it's going to be Broken Baker. He's going to have these before anybody else.
We must.
Because you know, crayons wasn't good enough for him. Window licking was just out of his realm.
This people must be stopped. Look, this is what happens when you let people go beyond. Well, look, I saw this, and in the spirit of true friendship, that means that if I have to suffer, you guys have to see it as well. I apologize, but you're welcome.
Yeah.
There's your daily diet. And you thought you needed Ozempic to lose weight. No, you don't. A daily dose of Lizzo in hot pants. Well, Lizzo is doubling down on her Sydney Sweeney diss. Not that I care much about either, but dear God, can't we stop this?
Didn't she go on a diet?
I mean, she's significantly smaller, but the front butt pants don't make anyone look good, especially when you do and genuinely have a front butt. But she's decided that she is, you know, taking on Sydney Sweeney and her idea that genes can be correct or wrong. And Lizzo for science. These are wrong. Right here. Cheer. Bad idea.
Bad.
Not even the happy face. Look, the happy face is even trying to get off there.
Yeah. No. It's running away.
So there you go. Again, this is how I cannot believe for now 2.5 weeks we are having to deal with people willfully misunderstanding homophones.
Jeez.
I don't care. Like, if you don't like Sydney Sweeney, if you don't... You know, I have never seen a Canadian tuxedo like that. Is that cultural appropriation? I'm asking for a friend. Canada, send Rick Moranis to Parlay. We we promise that Lizzo will never again appear in full denim.
Can I get just some of those rewind chips and rub them in my eyes? Please. That is some really bad AI right there. It looks like
not as much of an assault on the eyes as this. So I say
that looks like a Chinese midget or something that got stuffed into some jeans. Like the torso is all twisted. The neck there is no neck, and the face looks as bloated as like did somebody like.
I don't know, but like I said, I had to see it, so y'all had to see Lizzo, and I was even nice and didn't put it on the video where all of that is responding to Newtonian physics. So I would like to say that I am a good person, but I did want to show her just one more again. So there you go.
And if she's supposed to be all natural and everything, why in the hell is she wearing a blonde wig? An Irish High Court justice recently appointed a guardian ad litem to represent the best interests of a farmer who sold his property and gave most of his money to the poor because God told him he would go to heaven. Giving to charity is commendable, but some people's generosity can seem suspicious in certain situations. Take the case of an Irish farmer in his 40s who sold his property a few months ago for about 600,000, pounds, has already given more than half that money to the poor. The farmer, whose name has not been revealed by the media, had allegedly been told by God to give all of his money away. And if so, he would get to heaven. Taking that heavenly message to heart, he sold his farm and has been busy giving away his fortune ever since. Justin Michael Twalmy heard that just last week. The farmer gave 1,000 pounds cash to a homeless woman he met, and that in a matter of weeks, his bank account balances had dropped significantly. His bank accounts are literally hemorrhaging cash. I have received a phone call just this morning revealing that in one of the accounts, there is now an overdraft of 65,000 pounds. Solicitor Catherine Keller told the court. The situation is that in a short number of weeks, he's given away added sums in the region of 38,000 pounds. And of the 600,000 pounds he got for his farm, the man has only had 250,000 pounds and would likely give away every last cent to secure his place in heaven. On behalf of the Irish government agency Health and Service Executive, Keller asked the High Court to appoint a guardian ad litem to protect the farmer from himself and his generosity. Guardian ad litems are independent persons appointed by the court for the duration of court proceedings to represent the best interests of the people they are appointed to. In light of the evidence presented in court, Justice Michael Twarney agreed to appoint a guardian and let him take all the steps considered necessary to help the man out. The court will reconvene in September. Meanwhile, the man cannot be identified by order of the court, but he is buying his stairway to heaven.
Net or gross? I feel like God would be very, very clear on the net or gross.
Yeah. That, I mean, I can understand, but see, if you're this like gone, okay, if you're this gone, it doesn't matter what the court says. You're going to be like, listen, I can't get to heaven unless I sell everything. Like I have to do this poor and broke. Like it doesn't matter. I don't need living necessities because God will provide it. But it also brings into that old theory of this guy where the flood waters are rising and he climbs on the roof and someone comes by and in a helicopter and says, come on, let me get you off of here. And he says, no, it's okay. God will provide. And then, the next one comes along and it's a boat. And he says, no, that's okay. God will provide. And then whenever he gets his whole house covered up, it's like he can't keep his head above water. And he says, God, why are you giving up on me? And he gets to heaven and God says, dude, what's wrong with you? He says, I thought you were going to provide. He said, I did. I sent a helicopter. I sent a boat and you ignored both of them.
I was going to send Geraldo, but I was asked to stop by Georgia.
Get some Heinz ketchup.
Now, why is it of all the, unique medical things I could get, Mine has to go pain route. Why is my inner spirit always a butthole? A young woman can't, like, my nerves had either way. It could have been like, I'm caught in a pleasure loop or I'm caught in a pain loop. And my mind was like, you're a Catholic, you must suffer.
Well, maybe that's what it is, Mo. Maybe it actually is a pleasure loop. It just became painful.
That, or I don't have to give away my stuff. This is my get out of prison, still as rich as I'm rich, loophole to purgatory. What? Oh, New York Post, you are not right for that. Come again? Doctors in China say they're baffled over the case of a young woman who is experiencing uncontrollable orgasms, although they put it organism, so that's possibly a typo, a day, leaving the terminally tintillated 20-year-old in a perpetual state of arousal.
I love it.
I always get the flu. I never get this. What the hell? Now, the arousal symptoms are characterized by recurrent spontaneous orgasmic experiences. I would like to sign up. I volunteer as tribute to this study. May the odds be ever in my favor.
It's gonna be like it's gonna be that movie where I'm trying to I can't When Harry Met Sally. I'll have whatever she's having. That's Mo right there.
Yes. Now, for 5 years, the unnamed woman, that's kind of characterized in this new study, has suffered from persistent genital arousal disorder, or PJAD. I mean,
It sounds like peanut butter and jelly.
I know it sounds like something that isn't that terrible, but also kind of fun. M. Spire says, can I have what she has? Yeah. Look, we will timeshare this thing out between all the women in humanity. We will each get a week of just pure pleasure a year. And, men, you just have to figure out, when to be with your spousal person. Now, this affliction may sound like fun, but actually the constant pleasure can be quite a pain, causing a significant impairment with psychosocial well-being and daily functioning. This was certainly the case for this patient, who reportedly experienced immense distress and was unable to attend work or school or maintain relationships. And this might have been okay, like in America, where we're much more free about these things, but in China, where they go out of their way to kind of hide that women even have menstrual cycles and things like that, it's just very much not something that's spoken about. This, I'm sure she suffered a long time and didn't get any help because it's such an embarrassing thing.
Yeah. Yeah.
Now, unfortunately, the diagnosis was a long time. It took a long time. Her symptoms first started when she was 14, initially manifesting as sort of electrical sensations in her pelvic area. Then somehow confusingly, it was around the same time that she became displaying, increased sensitivity to, other stimulus. So this is a lot of nerves and a lot of things that they're not quite sure what goes into causing this in the body.
Oof.
Now, neurologists initially ruled out epilepsy and other things, and they diagnosed the patient with PGAD after a regimen of antipsychotic drugs appeared to mitigate both her, kind of big movements and sort of delusions that kind of came from this. But it's still something they don't know a whole lot about. It kind of flies under the radar. And if she ever stops taking these fairly heavy antipsychotics, then her sensations come back. So as much as it sounds like fun,
maybe every so often she just goes off of them and, hey, honey.
I mean, it'd be a great way to get out of Thanksgiving with the holiday with the family. Like, look, I'm coming, but I'm not coming. It has been a week. My doctor said it was great to take Thanksgiving off. Like, we'll probably have another new little one in 9 months, but we won't be able to make it. Send us Grubhub. Thank you.
Well, and I'm wondering if like her drive is there, like did it completely take that away? I mean, because
well, yeah, and I would wonder because it's the same problem, different side of the coin when you do take, you have mental health stuff and you do take, something and then it affects your libido. So I wouldn't know if she's just aiming for like not completely screwing with my life.
Yeah. Or if she's like completely like zombified, because I mean, there's a possibility that as she gets older, that may go away. Or there's also another possibility that, if she's, for example, a virgin, like that might be what's causing it to, who knows what the issue, what could fix the problem. I mean, it might be that, she needs a surgery. Who knows? I'm not
Well,
a
and there's
doctor.
so many different systems because then if it's, with pleasure, you've got hormones, you've got the actual blood flow, then you've got nerve involved. So the brain really is that last part where doctors are still kind of like, meh.
Yeah, let's just get her doped up. I mean, she'll be fine. Wedding cake will stop it. She has her own built-in vibrator. Yes, she does, Slinky.
Fair point.
Yeah,
We have come to that part of the stream. We have
come to that part.
Well, pretty much. Look, sometimes there's just hard segues. Well, Bullstorm, you're here.
Brother.
To my family, on Friday mornings is not the time for me to run your damn errands. Okay?
Especially
I have
when we're
stuff
talking
to
about
do.
especially when we're talking about orgasms.
Yeah.
Yeah, see, and of course I've been listening to you guys the whole time. But the picture I have in my mind, when you were talking about how, men just kind of jump in there whenever you feel the need. Remember the merry-go-round wheel of death when we were kids?
Yes.
That's kind of the same,
those.
it would keep spinning and spinning and spinning. And finally you just have to find an opening and jump in.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
what it would be like.
Yeah.
I mean, to be fair, we all knew that one kid who was never quite right after he did it, to the point where his eyes wouldn't stop rolling for 5 minutes.
Right,
We all knew
right.
that. We all knew going in that, you had to be diligent about how fast and, your relationship to gravity. But our parents were nowhere to be found and we turned out okay.
Yeah.
And Mikey's learned how to tie grown-up shoes, so I think we'll be all right.
Yeah. See, that's how I was able to develop my strength as a young man, is holding on to that damn thing so tightly,
Yes.
for fear of getting thrown off and hitting a rock or something.
See, I love those things. The only problem is it's I don't know what the condition is, but basically it causes the fluid in your head to go in your ears.
Yeah. Yeah.
And,
Oh, yeah.
And so I get really dizzy really quick. And it also causes me to get seasick really quick. So as much as I love the damn things, I couldn't do them because I would, as soon as I got off one of those, I was the kid that like ran sideways into a telephone pole because I just couldn't get my equilibrium.
And you were the kid that we would definitely all want you to spin because you did that.
Yes. Yeah.
I mean, to be fair, as children, we didn't know that was sign of like a medical thing to maybe not do that. We're like, this really messes him up. Let's do it again.
It was
We looked
fun.
at it more of, that's how we weeded out the weak ones.
Yeah. But see, I still had fun on them. I was the kid that would just run sideways, just like.
7 days after claiming $167.3 million in the Powerball jackpot, James Farthing was in the lobby of a bar in a Florida restaurant or resort bragging about his financial windfall, saying, I'm a millionaire. I'm a millionaire. When did he take off his shirt? Now wearing only a pair of shorts and he was always shirtless. We started this story. The shirt was the Marleys were dead to begin with. Florida man was shirtless to begin with.
A shirt. Now he can.
Yeah.
So people noticed wearing only shorts, sneakers, and heavily tattooed, and we're not, were a little skeptical when he kept saying, I'm a millionaire. He was claiming that he had all these lottery winnings. Kevin Rushing, a 48-year-old from Idaho, told the police. Now, Rushing was vacationing at the Trade Winds Resort and added he told Farthing that he was delusional. Now, what followed was a melee that resulted in felony and misdemeanor charges being filed against Farthing, a career criminal ex-con who is now one of the Bluegrass State's wealthiest men.
Well, they can afford the lawyer now.
Oh God.
They're not sending their best, even in America.
Well, and see, this is so bad. Why do people that are like the absolute worst at managing their money end up winning so much?
Because they're the only one that's willing to hold up the rest of everyone else's lives so they can get their pick fives, going right, because they got a system.
Oh my God, I hate those people. Why do they
Yes.
not have a separate lottery line? I just want my Diet Dr. Pepper and get the hell out.
Yes.
I don't need
Yes.
to sit behind you going, okay, I need 2 number 12s. I need a number 10. No, scratch that. Give me a number 9. Well, give me 3 number 9s. Just get the fuck out of the way.
Well, and most places, I don't know how it is there in Tennessee where it's all backwards, but most places here in Georgia on payday, on that Friday, whenever you're going to your local liquor store to get your check cashed, they usually do have a separate line for the lottery. They have an extra person come in, so that way you can get your Diet Dr. Pepper and Bubba
Shizzy,
can
I
get
need
his.
you to imagine that our local convenience store also, moonlights as our post office and church. So, and you can get really good bait there. Not gonna lie, their Chester's chicken, really good.
You know the community of wine's genuine then.
Hey, we got Mogan David.
It ain't grape
Don't you be-
juice. That's some Boone's Farm. That's God's finest right there.
No, it's Mogan David because he cut it with a little bit of Dimetap and Sprite. You got it for the whole congregation for a revival.
Whew. Lordy.
Isn't that ironic?
Don't you think?
Oh, I'm just imagining this guy is shirtless getting tased. It's just like
I'm a millionaire.
Now, here's the question. Do his tattoos light up when he gets tased?
I bet they do. That would be awesome.
Thank you, M. Spire. I wish they did. That would be funny.
That'd be awesome.
Oh my God. Okay. No, seriously. Tattoo artist in Appalachia come up with electronic or taser changing ink. 'Cause
Oh my
the felons among us are some of your greatest customers. And I'm saying, what about advertising like when they get tased is like Billy's shack right here?
Oh, could you imagine that though? Basically, you've got just a wire that runs through. And I mean, MRIs are going to suck for you, just saying. But
Yeah.
the wire that runs through, that's like an LED strip. So whenever you do get tased, it lights up and says,
Or even better,
And it just says, "Don't tase me, bro." Scrolling across.
or somehow
No
in the
regrets.
ink, they put in like a little bit of gold or something. So when when you're getting tattooed, it's there on the tattoo. So all you have to do is add electricity and you just light up like a Christmas tree.
That'd be
You
awesome.
can't tase me. I'll go up in flames.
I'll burn us all down.
I told you it was Judgment Day. This rebel is going down with a fight. You just choose it, copper.
Why did he turn into a baked potato? I don't know. He got an MRI.
Somewhere in the distance, a microwave is going off.
Let's see. The incident was captured on body cam video released to the smoking gun in response for an open records request. Now, the footage opens without sound, as all body cam does generally. Now, the officers were called to the resort in response to the unruly behavior of the newest billionaire and his girlfriend. He was described as the guy with tats, basically trying to fight everyone in the bar. This guy came in acting like an asshole, saying, "I'm a millionaire," and "I'm a millionaire." Now, after being called out, Farthing allegedly punched Rushing in the face. The men were grappling towards the floor when Deputy Nicholas Arciato rushed in to separate the pair. Now, as the cop was detaining Rushing, Farthing got to his feet and attempted to kick Rushing in the head like he was on Karate Kid. Instead, he kicked the police officer straight in the face, which might be why he was getting tased.
Can we see the body cam video? I want to see it.
That would explain
So
the
they say they've
felony
got-
charge.
Oh,
Yes. Yes.
okay. I just need to get it out of Brave. So let me see what this is. Actually, I should be able to copy this.
Or we can watch it tonight.
Oh, yes. That's
Let's
a
do
great
that.
idea.
We'll watch it tonight. Everybody, we're going to watch that body cam footage tonight.
Yes.
Yes.
Save it, Mo.
Okay, yeah. Sounds good. But apparently there is body cam footage of the flying crane kick to the police officer's face. As one does.
Is it first person?
Yes.
Oh, the kick. You could actually see the kick coming. Oh my God, that'll be great.
It's going to be
Now,
awesome.
the officer that was kicked in the face sealer region withdrew his taser and demanding Farthing, put your hands behind your back, write the F now, and get against the effing wall. Now, instead, he made a run to the exit. Now, he fired 3 taser darts, one of which stuck him in the back. Now, being as he was shirtless, he had no protection against said taser.
And he dropped like
Now-
a sack of potatoes. Dude.
Deputy Harris then executed a flawless tackle on Farthing, who was bloodied when his face hit the floor.
Oh.
You see him, I have him rushing, and you walk up and you effing kick him and you hit me in the effing face. Arcetato then told Farthing, he's like, look, I'm sorry, man. Save your effing sorries for later. The officer subsequently declared he's effing going to jail for kicking me in the face. Describing the police confrontation with Farthing, the officer told another officer he rode the lightning and got taken down.
Literally.
How is that not the same for every situation of Florida man, though?
Oh.
Like they were
see the-
right.
I could
For
see the
riding the
defense's
lightning.
case now. Your Honor, this man clearly was telling the truth, so he should have never been in this situation in the first place.
They were defamacating against me because I am, in fact, a point in order, in facts on evidence. I, in fact, have lottery winnings, which means that I was here to fact, point of mention, and aforementioned a lottery millionaire.
Well, and here's the thing. Don't just don't. You win. Here's and this is just a word of advice. Don't tell a single fucking person.
No.
No. I mean, there will be signs, you guys. There will be signs.
Yeah,
But-
my house goes up for sale and I disappear.
Yeah. It's called There Will Be Signs after I've obtained an accountant, an attorney, and I have
security.
And a
completely unlisted
501c3,
all
so
my
I'm a
shit.
religion, and they can't tax me anymore.
Yep.
Yeah.
Just saying that there will be signs.
Well, guys, this is my new church channel.
Welcome to Twin Flames Moaverse.
Twin Flames Moaverse. I love it. Yeah, yeah.
Now he was charged with the June 25th criminal information in the report with battery on a law enforcement officer, a felony, and resisting a misdemeanor. Now, while initially charged with simple battery for punching Rushing in the jaw, that count was subsequently dropped by prosecutors. So he is free on $10,500 bond. He'll have spent a total of 30 years behind bars, just for various and sundry felonies and misdemeanors, as one does.
He'll get the felony will get pled down to a misdemeanor.
Yeah, he'll be out in no time, and hopefully he cleans up his act and takes this as a sign of, you know what, you don't have to have the finest scotch. Just stick with the PBR. You'll be fine, and stay away from the bars.
Yeah, maybe maybe put on a shirt next time you're going to go cause a ruckus.
Just buy your own bar. Buy your own island at this point.
Yeah. Oh. Gosh.
A Minnesota woman who made the mistake of confessing to auto theft in her personal journal, a volume that ended up in police possession, has been spared a prison term by a judge who placed her on probation for 3 years instead. Totally stole a car today. Smiley face, happy face.
Wait, how the hell did they get her journal?
Well, let me, because I don't know, because that's where I'm asking, why the hell did you write this down?
Yeah.
Let's see. At a district court hearing Monday, Vanessa Gutierrez, 31, was sentenced for connection with her April guilty plea for receiving stolen property. Now, the count carries a maximum penalty of 5 years in prison, but she got off with a probationary term. Now, Judge Krista Jass fined her $450 and barred her from possessing alcohol, drugs, ammo, or explosives, as you do. And that there would be, unannounced searches to her person, place, and home when she's on probation. Now, she was charged last year with the theft of a $2,000 Ford Freestar van that she sold for scrap to... Okay, so you stole a van for scrap. Okay.
As you do.
Yeah, sure.
Witnesses at the auto salvage business stated that Gutierrez had brought in the van and sold it to them. Now, while probing that auto theft, investigator Andrew Kanachi visited the home of Gutierrez's mother, whom Gutierrez and her boyfriend had recently resided with. Now, her parents turned over her personal journal, which included handwritten incriminating
Oh,
entries.
no, the parents snitched. That's awful. That's awful. Thanks, Mom and Dad.
Don't write down your crimes.
On the same day that it gets better, on the same day that the van was reported missing, Gutierrez wrote in her personal journal, quote, "Totally stole a car today, exclamation point. Never thought of doing that." And then she added, super fucking freaking out about it. Now, she successfully if she can successfully complete probation, she will have those charges taken off of her record.
Oh,
But I'm guessing not,
no.
considering she works at DoorDash and has prior convictions for theft and pot possession, driving with a suspended license, and without insurance. So
Now you know who's bringing your food.
Yeah.
This is who's bringing your food
Criminals.
to you whenever you're ordering DoorDash.
This reminds me of the video of the guy that stole the Amazon truck.
Yeah.
You ever see it? No, it was a woman. It was a woman that stole the Amazon truck, and she ended up falling out of it. Shizzy, I think you showed it.
I probably did. Oh my God.
no, we need Shizzy to pull up. So Volstorm, I don't know if you've seen this. I need to pull it up on my own X, but they have a Law and Order dance.
Oh,
So,
put it in
I
private
figure-
chat. I can pull it up.
All right, give me 1 second.
Yeah.
Law and
Well, you can
Order
just go to
dance.
Twitter or X or whatever we're calling it and put Law and Order Dance
Okay.
and it'll pull up because I'm just not sure if it's copyright protected or the logo, but
Well,
okay, here's the thing. I told Expert we need to do this for Dollywood.
okay. The music will get you, I think. Yeah.
Yeah, but so if you've ever seen Law and Order, there's that little, stinger kind of thing. This choreographer
All
made
right.
a bunch of dance moves.
Here, and I'll mute it so you have the.
Yeah,
Oh.
because it's got music.
All right. I'm not sure if you're showing it. Is it up?
It should be.
Yeah.
It should be.
Yeah, there it is.
yes.
Okay. Here he goes. Dun dun
Dun,
dun dun
dun,
dun
dun,
dun 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun,
See?
dun.
And I'm very well aware of my skills. I will be way in the back where you would only see my head, but we have a year to figure this out. I am making fetch happen.
Gretchen, stop
Next year at
making fetch
Dollywood,
happen.
I want the security guards.
It's
Fetch
not,
will happen.
Fetch will not happen.
You always got to be mean. Poop on my dreams. Let's see how you are. This is why we can't have nice things.
Oh my God. No. Fetch is not going to happen. I keep telling people this.
So I don't know this band, but this just made me giggle. Silly Goose frontman Jackson Foster was arrested for a pop-up concert at Chicago gas station after a Lollapalooza gig.
Okay.
Does that make a juggalo? Asking for a friend. Like, if you buy Faygo, does that mean...
That's what my nephew thought.
Oh.
Silly Goose frontman Jack Foster, 23, was seen handcuffed at a BP gas station in Chicago, Illinois on Saturday and being taken into a police cruiser. Well, Chicago, Illinois police, you caught one. Way to go. It must have been a banner weekend for you.
Well, it's better than, catching somebody that's, driving down the road insanely and shooting at people. It's better. Hey, this guy's a low-hanging fruit. Silly Goose.
He was like, what am I being arrested for? Foster walked through the crowd of cheering fans and yelled, they're only getting me, not the rest of you guys. Now, the arrest happened 2 days after Silly Goose performed at Lollapalooza's opening on Thursday, where an estimated 115,000 hippies all conjoined, and there was nary a bottle of deodorant amongst them. Like, all of the Axe body spray was marked safe from this, influx of people.
Oh my God.
I was the only one that played, or was I the only artist who played Lollapalooza then went to jail? Foster wrote on Instagram.
No.
Probably not.
No. You were just,
now he claimed
you were just the only one stupid enough to post it on Instagram.
Yeah.
pretty much. The rest were getting busy with, the fans after the show. Like, I don't know why you're going out getting a new show.
Why are you going out and playing?
Yeah.
You just played. You should be reaping the benefits.
Yeah.
Let's see. We did the same thing last year and had an arrangement with the dude who runs this gas station. He was cool with us playing here. Well, if it's under new management, then yeah,
there's
that's
a problem.
like, I don't understand. Congratulations for not saying Illinois.
Illinois.
Yeah, well, that's because for some reason this part of the Midwest also got taken over by the French.
Illinois.
I'm still Appalachian.
Yeah. Love it.
Oh, yeah.
Illinois.
Well, it's like Des Moines. Like, 'cause people will say Des Moines. And I'm like, how? How are we related? Like, Des Moines.
Yeah.
They're like, yes, that's what I said, Des Moines.
It's the Dutch.
So there you go. Maybe check with the gas station owner. Also, maybe don't put your most hippie deputy out there to try to handcuff it. I mean, she's like, okay, now I packed you a Lunchable. Now think of prison as like summer camp and write me
I don't
every
want to go to
day.
prison.
Look, they know how to make your chicken nuggets, Kyle. It'll be fine. You're gonna make a lot of new friends. Mommy just needs a little break.
You'll try new things.
Yeah, you'll try new things. Or new things will try you.
This is not good for diversity and female inclusion in police work.
Oh, dear Lord.
Oh, good Lord.
It's the Little Debbie squad.
It's, you kind of expect this.
It's the Guardian ad Snackums squad.
God. You expect this in some of these, podunk little redneck towns, especially that we have around here. But you work in the city. You can't be that out of shape.
Ballstorm.
What?
I think you're being a little judgmental. I have never heard of Chicago needing or having a crime problem.
I'm very judgmental in case y'all haven't met me before.
That's why you're my best friend. It's the basis of our entire relationship.
Well, and here's the thing. This is not what they mean by throwing your weight around. Okay. I'm just saying that if you're trying to run down somebody, this is laughable. Like this is mall security. Okay.
Yes.
Have you seen a crackhead? They're skinny. They can run. How do you think you're going to keep up with a motivated crackhead?
With 100% polyester uniforms.
Well, and on top of that, it, women love you to death. But if the force multiplier has to come out in any situation because you're incapable of handling a guy that's 6'4" and 250 pounds, I guarantee you these women right here, you could put 10 of them on a guy like that and he is going to go through you like nothing else. And then the force multiplier comes out and then people die. We hate that.
Yeah. And let's be real, as a woman that watches body cams, sometimes you get really good forearm action, and they usually have a sleeve. You just don't get the same with a woman. It's just like dainty wrists. Don't even want to listen to them. Not going to comply. Get Officer Bird out here. I'd like to be taken down by Arkansas's finest.
And we've seen it plenty of times. I mean,
how many videos are out there of guys overpowering sometimes 2 female cops?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they're not even that big. They're like an average size male.
Yeah.
And they're overpowering 2 female cops.
Well,
or
and
they're
you've also seen
the same size as the females and are still overpowering them.
Well, I mean, you've seen those body cams with the teeny tiny 14-year-old looking girl, and she turns out to be the wildest. You've got 8 officers really buff just trying to keep her down.
Yeah.
Hey, we've all been to the honky tonk. I'm just saying.
Well,
the best fights in a honky tonk are 2 chicks.
Yes.
They are the best. 2 guys will get into it. One may throw a punch, whatever. But no, those women go at it and they will not let go.
No, it is a true cat fight. There are claws that come out.
I know you're sitting there watching NASCAR hoping for the wreck, but when that happens, the 2 chicks fighting, oh my Lord, it is gold. Absolute
Especially
gold.
when one is pregnant and redheaded.
Again, we got a park full of YouTubers and nobody recorded it. None of you losers recorded it.
Look, what can I say? I didn't have a GoPro on me.
You got a phone?
Yeah, and I also have dealt with the pregnant and mean amongst us. Hell, I have been the pregnant and mean amongst us, and I know how dirty we fight.
I didn't say you had to get involved. You could have kept your distance.
Look, I'm more in the recruiting. I'm more of the Sean, not words of Al Roker, Al King. Look, I'm more of the procurement of the crazies. It's like I can sniff them out because I used to be one.
Oh, you're one of us.
And Steven, if Mo will wrestle me to the ground, I will commit a crime.
No, because I have realized watching body cams, these cops are so gentle and patient most of the time. I pay your job.
I pay your salary.
I pay taxes. See, I'm the boss of you.
No, you paid me to do my job, which is what I'm doing right now, arresting you.
There is no way.
Oh, God.
Oh, how are we? Oh, wow.
Yes.
Well,
it's that time. We got to match them up.
I feel like we're doing, we should just match them up to their hepatitis positive test. I feel like this is a trick question where they ask which of these participants has hep C, and it's like D, all of the above.
Well, all of them seem to be injured.
This is the roughest looking group I think I've ever seen on here.
I mean, dude is stitched up like Frankenstein. You got another one that I don't know. Is that a big zit he's covered up on his forehead? And I knew this guy whenever I lived in California that he had this big, huge bandage across his nose. Everyone's like, dude, are you okay? And he was like, yeah, I'm fine. I want to talk about it. And it turns out all he had was like a pimple And so he got this big, huge bandage to put across his nose. It was like, really? He goes, yeah, I got a pimple. It was just like, you have a Band-Aid, one of those horrible plastic ones that and you're okay.
Dude, pop that shit and put some Clearasil on it and go on about your day.
And he was like I want to say he was Iranian or something. So he had really dark skin using like this like white, flesh covered thing.
Oh no, he got the Caucasity edition.
Yeah, he got the Caucasian Band-Aid.
Well, they didn't have anything other than Caucasian Band-Aids back in the 80s and 90s.
That's true.
True.
And they didn't have the clear ones. And so he has this huge bandage on his nose, which of course he already has a nose. So it's like pronounced. It's like, dude, nobody would even notice that. He was, but I noticed it.
Yeah.
Oh. Dude.
Okay, so they all look like they've just gotten off of a really bad Disney World ride. Like,
I mean, you say possession of a controlled substance. I just want to put it on every single one of them.
I know. I feel like this is entrapment because
driving under the influence, all of them.
Oh, child cruelty. I'll go for her.
Yeah.
Okay,
yeah.
I could see that. I could see that.
Domestic battery. There, maybe.
Yeah. Okay, is that a man or a woman? And I'm not trying to be smart.
This one right here, the second one, that's a man.
Okay. Look, I'm just saying dudeish women don't get a pass anymore for me. I'm like.
The one that's the most messed up has to be aggravated assault on a law enforcement officer.
Right there.
Yeah, he probably
I would go with that.
Either him or the other one.
Well,
the one next to him.
I would say possession of a controlled substance on him.
Yeah, and the guy,
Maybe.
the one that's under the influence, it looks right about where you'd smack with a steering wheel on your head.
Now, if you want me to change things around, I can.
I could see him either driving under the influence or possession of a controlled substance.
So you want me to switch those two around?
Yeah.
Yeah,
because I think neck brace is more driving under the influence, and guy with old prison tat might be controlled substance.
I'm just looking here. I'm trying to figure this out, and I could easily switch these two right here, the domestic battery and aggravated
I could see
assault.
that too. Switch.
All right. That better?
Yeah.
The dude in the middle may have got hit by a frying pan by his woman.
That's a possibility. All right.
I love that the one in the middle has the facial expression of like, yeah, holding my wife's purse. Yep. Wife decided to get new pants. Got to sit here in the mall and tell her how her butt looks in her pants.
Uh-huh.
And any changes you guys want to make?
No, I'm good.
I think we're good.
Oh.
Child cruelty. We got that one right.
Oh.
We almost broke the code.
Domestic battery.
He
Dude in the
has a
middle driving
partner?
under the influence. Okay. I almost said the second one is possession of a controlled substance.
Yeah. I was
but
looking
then
at that too.
Again, that could be for all of them. If you're telling me they all did this stone cold sober, then I have some questions.
Well, but see, they didn't have it on their person. They had it in their person.
Ah,
Big
they
difference.
were already converting it from ethanol alcohol to.
Well, and we did miss this story right here. This man survived Hiroshima bombing, has a stark warning for us all. 80 years since the bombing of Hiroshima, survivor Toshiko Migurami says the world now faces the most dangerous era. So this old guy right here, 80th anniversary of the bombing comes with more than just memories. It's a message for its Stark. Right now is the most dangerous, he says. This dude survived 2 nuclear bombs.
That's impressive.
Yeah.
Well, and if I'm not mistaken, he was working in like Hiroshima or Nagasaki, whichever one. And which one was the first one? Was it Nagasaki and then Hiroshima, or Hiroshima then Nagasaki?
I think it was Hiroshima first and then
Yeah,
Nagasaki.
I think it's Hiroshima first.
So he was on his way. He lived in Nagasaki and he went to Hiroshima, to go to work. Bomb got dropped. And I guess he goes, well, I guess my work is going to wait. So he decided to go home, and on his way home, they dropped the bomb in Nagasaki, and he survived for 80 years.
Wow. Talk about a map quest from hell. Like, sorry, we're redirecting your route.
Wait a minute. These MapQuest instructions are wrong again. Jeez.
His name is Young Big Bang.
Some of you younger folks probably don't understand that joke. You used to have to print off the MapQuest directions, and they were always wrong.
God.
Yes. I don't know. I know it's probably a weird thing to get all proud of other people for, because it is a skill so lacking in my skill set. But anytime I'm watching those police chase videos and they're able to give out the call street and the direction, I'm still too busy trying to figure out if, going somewhere is going closer to California or Boston to know if I'm going east or west. By the time they're like, we're coming up on 31, we're going to go on U as a cross street, and up next about west 15 miles, we're going to go on the east exit. I'm over here like, okay, dispatch. Look, he's going over by that whore who lives on Piccadilly Street. Then he looks like he's taking a turn off to the old crack house. Not the new crack house, but the old crack house.
Now, y'all
like
just
he's
send
fixing
me
to
a
go to
pan.
Kmart.
Now, see, my wife, she goes, well, you know where you're going. Why are you using a GPS? I said, I'm actually not using the GPS. I'm using the early police warning system. Okay. And so my wife, as much crap as she loves giving to me, okay, which is quite a bit about using it, I'm like, yeah, it just tells me where the cops are. Of course I know where I'm going, but I know that there's going to be police ahead, so I can slow down to maybe a reasonable, few miles an hour above the speed limit or whatever, instead of getting pulled over for doing 90 in a 55.
Yeah, don't do that.
She gets pulled over, and she was like, yep, I was going too fast. And she tells me like 3 days later, because she felt she
was like, I'm not giving him the opportunity to give me crap over
No,
this.
marriage is all about winning at the end.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
I love her to death.
Oh, you don't know how many times my wife has waited until like sometimes a couple weeks later. Oh, hey, by the way,
or
why don't you just tell me what happened?
Or almost a year later, yeah, I ended the stream. White Rabbit.
Yeah. No, that was weeks later that she finally admitted to it after constant harassment of expert.
I think it was like, no, it was like a month and a half later. It was
about
a while.
Well, that's weeks.
Well, true. Well,
but still,
a year is weeks also.
Oh God, we gave him so much hell after that. And then when she finally confessed, oh dear Lord.
Oh no.
Oh dear Lord.
I loved it.
Well, see, okay, what about cops that that ticket people for people maliciously going the speed limit? Like, haven't we all agreed? Like, this is why I couldn't be a cop, because they'd be like, do you know why I pulled you over? And they'd be like, no, we were going the speed limit. I'd be like, exactly. And I got places to go. So, ma'am, but you're a traffic officer and I'm late right now. Do you not see where I'm?
It's when you're doing 65 and the 55 and the cops like round your ass. And it takes you a while as an adult to realize, you know what? They're just trying to go the hell on. They don't care you're speeding. Just get over. Let them go on.
Yeah.
Well, and they're not looking for the speeders that are, doing, 2 or 3 miles an hour above the speed limit. And, and if you're over in the slower lane, they're not looking for you that's driving the speed limit. That's why it's there. They're looking for the guy that's doing 110 down the interstate and just doesn't, and swerving in and out of traffic and kicking up dust because he, decided to use the emergency lane because he wanted to get around somebody.
All right. Escape from Alabama or Arkansas. Each contestant is given a PT Cruiser and you have to go against. Because it's no fun. They've all got Chargers, but you can make a PT Cruiser or a Dodge Neon. Escape the police. That's an Olympic sport. It's
harder to get out of Alabama because their roads are absolute crap.
Yeah.
They have never fixed the damn roads there. They are the worst in the country. Now, add on top of that, especially if you're going down to Florida, like anytime you have to go to Florida, for some reason you have to go to Alabama, especially the Panhandle.
Mm-hmm.
And you always have to drive through these small towns where the speed limit drops from like 70 to 45. And there's a cop always waiting to pull you over.
Well, and you can always tell during a rainstorm, you can always tell when someone is from Alabama, because unlike the rest of the damn country, whenever you turn on your freaking hazards, it means that you've got an emergency and you pull off to the side of the road.
Oh my God.
Okay. If I see somebody driving down the interstate going even a little bit below the speed limit, it's inclement weather. You have your hazards on, pull over. Just pull over, get out of my way. I do not need you in front of me with your freaking hazards on, because no, I can actually see you. I can tell that there's a car there. The hazards does nothing for me.
Thank you.
All it does is it makes it difficult to see where the actual lanes are in the freaking road.
Wait a minute. Why are they putting their hazards on?
Because they're from Alabama. Why do they do anything?
Oh my God. This is so true. I see this so much.
This is
it's raining.
Crazy.
Like, it's not even raining hard, and they will turn on their damn hazards. And it's like, pull over. If you're that worried about it, pull over. Get out of my way. I'm more important than you, because I'm not from Alabama.
Exactly. And my wife, bless her soul, she goes, well, I was, because she had to go out of town. She was like, it was raining so hard that I did something I normally don't do. I turned on my hazards. I was like, you didn't just tell me that. I was like, did you pull off the side of the road? She was like, no. I was like, then why did you put on your hazards? All you did is made it difficult for everybody around you to see what the hell is going on.
Well, yeah, and I never know if you're just going to go in the left or right lane. I just need you to pick a lane. I get that you're confused, but so are the rest of us.
Because we don't know if one, your turn signals don't work. And number two, if you have to hit your brakes all of a sudden, it takes even longer for us to figure out that you just hit your freaking brakes.
Yeah.
Look, I was shamed into not using hazard lights very early. I was in the car with my dad.
You were raised right. See, I know it.
Well, let me get to the story. So the car was having car trouble. So I legitimately had a reason for turning on the emergency flashers, so people would know, okay, I'm going to have to slow down, get over, whatever. My dad goes, turn those damn things off. It's embarrassing.
Yeah.
I'm like, and of course, I'm a young driver learning how to drive, and I'm like, okay.
Yeah.
I've never used my hazards ever.
The time to use your hazards is you turn on your turn signal and get into one of the emergency lanes. You have usually one on the left and one on the right.
Right.
If you can't get to the one on the right, use the one on the left. It is okay. Preferably use the one that's all the way over to the right. Once you're completely off the road, then you turn on your hazard signals, because you're at a stop, and traffic that's coming up on you knows that there's a vehicle there and not to be in that lane. That's what it's there for.
Well, either that, or when you're trying to get the baby mama to the hospital because the baby's coming, you drive 100 miles an hour with them flashers on. You'll be fine.
Blowing the horn the whole damn way.
Yep, blowing the horn the whole damn way.
Yeah, I mean, you'd think, but we should only use hazards at four-way stops to really confuse people. I just realized when I'm going to use my hazard
cars, like there's a car at every intersection. You just turn on your hazards.
Again, this is why you guys are so lucky I use all of my skills for goodness, because every moment of the day, my brain is thinking of very stitch things to do to disrupt just all of humanity. And mostly I don't share them with the youngest, most feral, who may get it honestly from somewhere. But
Jim saying, no, hazards to let everyone know it's raining really hard. Well,
I would have never figured that out.
And Steven is absolutely right. If you have a fender bender, get your car off the road if possible. That's what you're supposed to do. Even if you're dragging that wheel, and because the wheel is like hanging off the side, get the thing off the freaking road. You have enough power to do it. If it won't move, then yes, I can understand that. But if you could possibly move the damn thing out of the way so people can get the hell around you, that way you don't have an accident pile up behind you.
I had to, because
go ahead,
I've seen people in this situation. It's usually women. Sorry, but it usually is women. Their car will break down, or they'll run out of gas or something, and they'll be like right in an intersection or right close to an intersection, where there's cars everywhere. We have one of the off ramps. It comes off and merges. Well, there's two lanes that also run parallel to it. So you have stoplights. You have two stoplights for the people getting off the interstate, and you have two stoplights for the other road. Mm-hmm. Well, there was a woman who her car had broke down like right at the intersection, I forgot which lane it was in. And I had to, I saw her there. She had on her emergency flasher. She's sitting there, and I'm like, she's going to get hit. So I end up having to drive around the block, pull off in an emergency spot, run over and bang on the lady's window and say, ma'am, if we don't get your car out of here, you're going to get hit.
Yeah.
So I was able to push the car out of the way, but it was just like, you people have no idea how dangerous that is.
Oh yeah.
Cause there's so much traffic that comes through that area.
Whatever happened to people using flares? Well, they do. That's the thing is you can still use those, but there's a reason why you have those hazard lights.
Yeah.
Because we're saving them for Jaws.
Yeah. I mean, the reason why you would use a road flare is if visibility is so poor you can't even see the hazard lights, or your battery is dead. Yes, you got to have something there. And people also have like the little triangular signs that they'll put up, the little reflectors, putting those at the edge of the car. Yeah. No, you don't put it in front of your car. You put it behind your car. So that way traffic can see that something's happening. It's not there for you to look at.
Well, I mean,
Well, I put up the triangle in front of my car. Yeah, nobody could see it.
Yeah.
So, Ballstorm, I have a youngest, most feral story to end with.
Yes.
As you realize, and lamentably for him, school has restarted. So after the first day of school, it's like, how was your day? And he's like, who's the president right now? And I was like, Donald Trump. And he's like, and how do I write him? And I was like, well, I think you can email or... And he's like, yeah, because I'm pretty sure I've been looking up the Constitution. It's this rule thing. And I don't think I saw anything about a school in there. I've been watching these YouTube videos and I don't want to go back to school.
See, that's bad parenting. You've let him look at YouTube.
Yep.
Look, I comfort myself with the fact that he's mainly just watching cute Asian women eat snack foods into a microphone.
Well, wait until he gets a hold of the soft sit stuff.
Wait until he starts watching for cute Asian women doing other things. Jeez.
Mm-hmm. Just saying.
Look, it's already horrifying.
That's the path to damnation right there.
It's the mouth noises. I would be more comfortable with prawn, to be honest with you. It's the
You heard it here, folks. Mo is fine with prawn.
Hey, if you're of an age and it's hilarious, or the Maytag repair person actually shows up on time. I mean, that prawn lies to you because you think as a young woman, like your first apartment, like you are going to get all these free services, and then Terminix sends over a woman and you're like, well, damn, never even saw the videos with this one. I guess free Terminix is free Terminix, ma'am.
Yeah, people show up to my house, and it's usually either Jehovah's Witnesses, it's some old guy that's a repairman, or it's a lesbian. So it does me no good.
Yeah.
It's usually these teens on hoverboards. Like, I don't know, hi, we're treating this house over here for termites, and I was like, look, I don't want to
God,
be
I
a
hate
narc,
those
nor do
people.
I want to help you out but as the only cool person who lives in this neighborhood, they're kind of against soliciting. And we do live in rural Indiana, so if there's a purple fence post, just don't segue
Yeah.
on down there.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, and you know, I will say that usually those people get met with a force multiplier whenever they show up on my door, because yes, I can see you on my camera whenever you come showing up and you decide that you're going to be wearing a different uniform than you were last week. It doesn't help, because it means that you're probably scoping out my house, and I will make sure that you don't scope it out anymore. So stay away.
Yeah. I always get annoyed by the people that are like, hey, we're doing such and such insulation, or hey, I'm from AT&T or whatever. Now I talked to your neighbor over here, and I'm like, okay, first of all, I don't like people just showing up at my house. Number two, do you know how many of my neighbors I talk to? None of them.
I could
None.
care less what they do.
So you've already failed.
They, like me, were stupid enough to buy into this neighborhood, so I trust their opinions on nothing.
Absolutely.
I want to go, have you seen those people? You think I trust their opinions? I may do that next time.
He started
Just to see the reaction.
You start a Hatfield and McCoy battle going on.
Right. Have you seen
Yeah.
those people? Do you trust
Well-
their opinions? Hell, they owe me $20. Why would I care what they do?
They are
Walk back in
Episcopalians,
the
and we are Methodist. We won't be doing anything Episcopalian in this house.
Look, we clearly have different guides, so you know, I don't care what they think.
Oh, or you get the group of people that are trying to, you know, sell you on some sort of voting thing or something.
Oh, those are always the funnest ones.
It's like, can I put a sign up in your yard? Only if
No.
you're attached to it.
Only if you're attached to it.
Well, I like the ones.
I just have
you're
to
a
tell them.
woman.
I just have to tell them, like, look, I don't do political yard signs. I don't do politics.
My wife and I, that was one of the first things that I think we ever agreed on whenever we got into our first house. It was just like, they were just like, you know, because our neighbor had, I think at the time it was Donald Trump. It was like the 2 years before he even got elected the first time. And she was just like, oh my God, what the hell is up with that? I was just like, I think it's pretty funny. And she was like,
Yeah.
you're not going to get a sign for it. I was like, oh God, no, I don't do political signs. She was like, oh, thank God. I said, I don't do political signs, and I don't do bumper stickers. Sorry. Doesn't happen.
No, I'm not in high school anymore. I don't need bumper stickers.
Nope.
No, but I will take a free T-shirt. I mean, look, I will take a free T-shirt. I always like the ones that are like, you're a woman. Are you concerned about lady issues? So I always respond back like, crime, taxes, or are you just talking about things specifically about uteruses? That usually doesn't give me a follow-up backup.
Yeah.
But it lets them know where I stand on lady issues.
Yeah. Next time, tell them, say, well, I do have this itch in my nether regions.
I should,
My
next time they
gynecologist
ask
can't
me about
figure it out neither.
my uterus, I'll just say it's in a jar. Was I supposed to keep eating it like the sea monkeys? Because I'm terrible at keeping things alive.
I keep feeling this pulsing feeling. I don't know if I ever took the toy out.
Well, Volstorm, I mean, they're making chips that taste like a 9-volt battery. I'm not going to put it past anyone
Oh
anymore.
my God. We have to send a whole bag of those to Baker, like y'all said. We have to send him a whole bag. Look, I had to
it's
eat
going to be
that.
a field day.
Look, I had to eat that nasty European candy last year. At least you could do is eat the 9-volt chips.
I mean, he's already going to be drinking Malort. I mean, after that, what is a little bit more self-harm?
You can't really harm yourself much more than Malort.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Oh, leaves a booted gnome on Shizzy's lawn.
What? What did it say?
Squat Bob says leaves a booted gnome on Shizzy's lawn. That would probably stay on my lawn a lot longer than any political sign.
For real.
To be fair, like those lawn gnomes that are dressed up like Harley Davidson or any number of things, I would have a herd of lawn gnomes that of inappropriateness.
My friend had one that was eating watermelon. That was the best.
It's not a gnome. It's not a gnome, Shizzy.
Damn it. That's right.
Well, I mean, not
But his bandmates loved it. His bandmates thought it was the best.
What'd be funny is have a bunch of gnomes, pay half of them blue and half of them gray, and create a Civil War scene.
Oh my God, I would love
it.
that. Or Star Wars gnomes.
Yes.
Yes. What's going on here? Hey, OG. Yes.
We're just simply thinking up ideas for Hollywood to make compelling shows that we would watch.
Oh my gosh. Could you imagine a Civil War yard gnome battle?
Yes.
Oh
Yes.
my gosh.
Yes, I can.
Of course, I'm just picturing Mo out there going, all right, which way is south again?
Okay, but
You
seriously,
have to break a couple of them, leave them
No,
lying in the
Shizzy.
battlefield dead.
here's the good thing though. Matthew Broderick can continue to play himself in glory because he's not. I don't think we're going to get Denzel back as a garden gnome, but
Look,
you know,
it's of scale.
Peter Dinklage out there with the dragon.
Oh dear Lord.
oh God, Rebel Joe and the four gnome or and the seven dwarves. And the seven little Confederates.
Johnny
Oh my
Reb
God.
and its 7 Confederates.
Disney, make the hell out of that. Still cast Rachel Zegler, and I would watch the shit out of it.
But see, you could still have the whole platoon of like lawn jockeys too. Like,
And it was nice having a
And
channel.
canceled.
Gonna have to put this on, the other channel. I'm gonna go to Rumble exclusive for Shizzy.
Be sure to follow the link over to Rumble because that's where we're going to be from every Friday from here on out.
Wait, before we go, I need to do one of those. My channel is under attack, and then Shizzy's just right there pointing and holding a match. Like my channel is under attack, and Shizzy's just that
My
kid in the
channel's
meme
under attack.
with the lighter and the.
Oh, I do have a lighter.
It's arson, and I helped.
Is that gasoline?
Backdraft the family musical.
Whoosh, whoosh, whoosh went the fire.
Come on. We already, y'all have seen the Jesus Christ Superstar that was amalgamated in the depths of hell by the Anunnaki.
Oh, dear Lord.
No, Shizzy, can you pull up Wicked or this Jesus Christ Superstar chick? Because, here all this time, I thought that the guy from Ancient Aliens had been lying to me. But then I realized that the Anunnaki are back and he was trying to warn us.
I'm not saying it's aliens, but it's aliens.
Well, I mean, let's just say the History Channel has gone full bore into Ancient Aliens because I think they know something we don't.
I think I've got it here somewhere. All right. Now it is in video form, and I'm going to mute it so we don't have to.
Yes, we don't
just
have to
need the
listen to
visual.
screeching. Yeah, it's more a visual medium
Here you
for
go.
this one.
Share screen, and there we go.
Yeah. So I'm just saying that they were just trying to tell us that the Anunnaki have been back. Now, when they get to the side profile, her head is conical.
Comical.
Well, no, conical. I mean, if
Like
I
a
were a
cone head.
phrenologist, maybe they were right about it in the 1900s. Maybe there really is a criminal head shape.
Yeah. Yeah. It's just, oh, it's horrible.
But, you know, just like Jesus in the real First Testament, a strong black woman.
Who produced it? Netflix?
yeah. It's Playbill that did it. Oh, there we go. I got it. Here we go. This will be better. And
Yeah, because it has Adam Lambert in it, the man who decided to redo Queen. And screw you.
There we
You
go.
couldn't touch anything on Freddie Mercury. Yeah, so we've got Girl Jesus and Adam Lambert as Judas, but he's really,
Appropriate.
yeah, I mean, considering what he did to Queen. Why do I feel like I'm being forced to watch a mental episode happening in front of me? And
Ugh, I can't watch it.
yeah,
Just it's sad. It's sad.
yeah. But then it's also kind of comforting, like, you know, I'm not them. You know, I may be a screw up, I may be a hot mess express.
them.
You,
But I'm not them.
welcome to the internet. Have you ever felt bad about yourself? Have you ever felt like you're not living up to your potential? Has your mother maybe told you that 9 or 15,000 times? The internet, where at least you're not them.
Oh, dear Lord.
Where there is no lowest common denominator.
No, there isn't. Oh my gosh. Yeah.
Oh.
So tonight
Yes.
we'll be going on what, about 8:30, something like that. I think that's what we set it up for. So tune in over on my channel tonight.
Yep.
We're going to do a pre-stream. It's not a P-stream, a pre-stream.
Although R. Kelly fans, we do embrace you. This is a big tent. We do have the don't ask, don't tell unless I ask and then tell me everything rule. So that just means that I don't want to hear about your kink, but if I do want to hear about, I have questions and we're digging in deep. This is TED Talk time.
Hey, Shizzy, pull that up that I sent you on Discord. You can end on that.
Oh, okay. Let me just pull that up real quick. And oh yes. I love that. I love that. Give me a second. We're going to open this up in a browser here so we can share it to the whole damn world.
We
It
are
is.
really the gift that keeps on giving.
It is. I am telling you, this is absolutely wonderful. All right, here we go. What in the corn dog hell is going on here? Welcome to Mississippi.
Well, they're probably leaving Alabama, so.
It's true.
He's got the cattle gate down.
All I'm imagining is that there was but one very reluctant funskateer that was like, "Madam, if the bar doesn't go down, I'm afraid that this is unsafe and we can't let you and your son. He's just a baby. It's just big. He's big boned.
It's
We'll
an
be fine."
Alabama roller coaster ride.
The funny part is the lack of gap between the fender and the tire.
Okay, so in this case, I think you could also leave the hazards off and just have them do jazz hands in the back. Okay, this is the only way hazards are legal in Alabama. You have to have someone in front of you flashing jazz hands. Cletus, it's raining. I'm gonna need you blink, blink, blink flat fast. We're on a quarter beat. We're on quarter beat. Okay, good night.
MG, they were just passing through from Georgia.
As a police
No,
officer, do you
MG,
even
those
pull
are
them
natives.
over?
You got to claim those people.
Yeah, you got to claim them, man. The Aldi is fresh with them.
I love that his bicep tattoo is big enough to have his whole family tree. So not just I love mama, but like I love mom and them. So that's real
Mom
good.
and them.
I love Mom and them. Now, if it wasn't for family
that a
reunions, you'd
stuffed-
see no action at all.
Is that a stuffed cow?
No, it's a pinata. It's a pinata. They're culturalized.
I love how they have the real tree sticker in the back window.
And the mossy oak.
No, see, they had to stop off in Georgia and go pick up a pinata because, you know, where else are you going to go but Gainesville, Georgia to go pick up a pinata? So that way they got candy to make it on the ride home to Mississippi from Alabama.
If you've ever been to Gainesville, Georgia, you would understand that joke.
Yes, you would.
Okay, so does Gainesville not have like a no shirt, no shoes, no service? Because
No, it has no English.
toasters.
No, it has
don't
no
have-
English.
No habla English in Gainesville, Georgia.
Oh,
Welcome to Gainesville, where you are the minority.
Yes.
hey, it's the only way that youngest most feral might become bilingual. So it's Spanglish or nothing.
Trust me, he'll be out in 2 weeks. He will be a native speaker.
Yes, he would. No doubt. No doubt. Oh.
Oh my goodness. Well, I get to go hang out with Mr. Mo while we do that terrified, like flop sweat clean that you do before your relatives come in,
I
only
was
to
fixing
tell
to say,
them,
you got company?
only to tell them, excuse this mess. Like this just looks. I mean, I'm not lying to people anymore. I've gotten to the point in look, we clean. This is not how we live, folks. I'm not saying we're like full hoarders, but look, this is us putting on airs, okay?
Yes.
It looks like hell in here, but this is the best it's looking months.
Yes. Yeah, actually, my husband is taking youngest, most feral, all the boys, his parents and his sister on a kayak trip.
Oh, that should go well.
All I'm expecting is a call. We lost your husband at sea. Like, it was only supposed to be an hour tour, and then you've got Gilligan's Island of the Ozarks.
Well, now it makes you wish you had a GoPro.
No, I'm not going to be going in. Hagatha the Leg does not
No,
like.
for them. Like you hook it up on the front
Yeah.
of the kayak and just go, this is going to be
No,
awesome.
I could see her getting the phone call from Mr. Mo. Well, the helicopter's still following youngest most feral. He's pretty far downstream.
No, I'll just get a call. Hey, sweetheart, how many kids are we allowed to use on the child credit? And I'll say 3. Okay, so if one of the boys doesn't come back,
We're good,
we still
right?
got like a couple we can shuffle around. Well, yeah, for a couple of years. Why are you asking? No question. Everything's going great. Hope you're having a great stream. Bye. Do you happen to know Meryl Streep? And if anyone knows sign language, because we might have a river run through. Honestly, I could say that youngest most feral would be the Dennis the Menace kid. Like, he gets returned back by the village evil guy because he's so thoroughly tortured him
Yes.
just trying to be nice.
Yes. Yes.
We're going to give this one back to you. No harm, no foul, right?
You can always make more.
I was like, Carnies, you were my only choice for him to have an international education.
Everybody have a good one. We'll see you very soon.
Yes.
Peace.
Bye, you guys.